This new combo is the talk of modern Magic Twitter. Can we port it to Vintage? Let's give it a try. Welcome back, Vintage Gamers. If you are terminally online, like myself, and you have been following Magic Twitter today on 7/26/23, you would have seen Twitter ablaze with a modern combo deck featuring Flumph. Now, if you're a casual and you don't know what Flumph is, this is an 0/4 flying defender jellyfish. Whenever it is dealt damage, you and target opponent draw a card. And now you must be thinking, oh, Justin, I know I just learned about this card, but there must be a combo, right? There's got to be a combo. And oh, let me tell you, there's a combo. The new modern Splinter twin, as it were. Flumph combo is you use your Bowmaster and you target your Flumph. And that makes you and your opponent draw a card, in which case it triggers your Bowmaster, which you then target Flumph. And then you're like, okay, Justin, that's cute, but like, it's got 4 toughness. It's going to die. Nope. Blacksmith skill. It's indestructible, actually. Yeah. And then you continue doing the thing until you draw through your whole deck. And at that point, you do need to have more cards than your opponent. So the modern version was playing 63 cards. We will play Yorion Sky Nomad, so we can play 80 cards. Or, you know, if you do it on your turn, you could get some mocks in and get a second Bowmaster. There's a couple other ways. But so what we're gonna do is we're gonna play a variety of things that give our creature Flumph here indestructible. We're gonna play a Blacksmith skill, an Ephemeral Shields. First time I've ever seen this card, so that's cool. And I'm also gonna play a Valorous Stance. So we got a little bit of module ability here. And I'm going to not play 4 of these and instead play them as part of a Spell Seeker package. So Spell Seeker, sweet Eternal Magic card, find an instant or sorcery with mana value 2 or less. So we can find all of our random indestructible cards, but we can also find Ephemerate to get more tutors. We can find Demonic Tutor to find one of our creature pieces, or Vampiric Tutor to do the same. Or we could always, you know, find Tinker and put a Wall of Citadel in play. Now, just simply being Flumph combo is not enough. I thought, why don't we add another bad vintage combo? Because the Flumph combo really wants a Teferi to be in play so that your opponent can't interact if you do it on your turn or something like that. So like if your opponent's drawing their whole deck and you're drawing your whole deck, you don't want your opponent to be able to, you know, snuff out or Swords to Plowshares or Force of Will or, you know, some kind of effect. So you really want a Teferi in play. So I thought, why not add another Teferi combo that also deals with blinking to go with our Spellseeker, and boom, we got Displacer Kitten. So Displacer Kitten with Teferi and a Moxen, which are definitely in this deck somewhere. They're over down in the bottom over here for some reason. Will get you to draw through your deck and do all the blinkies and make infinite mana of different colors, and basically is a jolly good time. So we're gonna add Displacer's Kitten Teferi combo into our Orcish Bowmaster Flumph deck, and then we're in multiple Moxen because we want to be doing Teferi Displacer Kitten things. So we get to play things like Monastery Mentor and Tinker to go in our deck as well. I'm also going to play some White Plume Adventurer. That's a nice card for blinking and helps, you know, get mana, and some people say it's broken initiative, you know, so why not add that too? In the sideboard, I have a bunch of things that can be found off our Spellseeker package: Duress, Surgical, Flusterstorm, Steel Sabotage, Fragmentize, Hercules, and more Swords to Plowshares. I'm also going to play a different Tinker target in Sphinx and a bunch of ley lines for pesky, bizarre gamers. Yeah, that's definitely it. There definitely isn't more to talk about. I am hoping the goal of tonight's stream is to either, well, the goal is to do both. 1, do a Displacer Kitten combo, and 2, do a Flumph combo. If we can do both of those things in the stream, I will say it is a success. Winning comes second to doing a Flumph combo. I'll see you in round 1. If you'd like to see your deck played on this channel, check out the Patreon link in the description below, where you can find all the information you need to submit a donation deck list. Let's battle. Okay, here we go. Round 1 of our Flumph League. I have a Yorion Sky Nomad. I also have a Spellseeker, 4 lands, Mystical Tutor, and a Valorous Stance. This hand does not inspire courage, but we do have like Mystical into Ancestral, so I mean, we'll see what happens. This could be bad. This could be quite bad. Okay, Volcanic Island is a good sign. Volcanic Island is a harmless land in comparison to some. Oh, I sure hope they don't pump their Sprite Dragon to 4 toughness. That would be a shame. If you're being serious, we are playing on Magic the Gathering Online. I don't know what stream you came from. This is where people play Moxen and powerful Magic cards that are not allowed on the Arena client. It is, of course, a very old program from like 2000 and something. So it doesn't look super pretty, but it does the job and lets me play Vintage, so it's pretty nice. All right. Mana Vault, Sprite Dragon. I don't know what deck plays Mana Vault and Sprite Dragon. Maybe like a Grixis PO deck, maybe? Paradoxical Outcome combo. Not really sure, to be honest. Definitely not a combination I see very often anymore. That's true. Moxen are on the Arena client. I did see the bird wizard that lets you get some Power 9 going. I don't think I'm going to get Wastelanded here. So what I will do is instead fetch an Underground Sea. And I am just going to Mystical for an Ancestral Recall, which is a powerful play. Search my library, instant or sorcery, put that on top of my library. We're going to just go put the old 1 blue, draw 3. And then we're going to play our fetch land and pass the turn. Don't want to just jam into their open mana on our turn. Want to be able to hold up this Valorous Stance. And then maybe we end up doing something like Teferi Bounce, and maybe we can play an uncounterable Recall in the future. We'll see. We are getting pressured a little bit by this Sprite Dragon. They did miss a land drop, though. Oh, they found a Saga. It's kind of unfortunate. Classic, also not a combination. Sprite Dragon, Saga Gaming. Uh-oh. Is this PO? Tinker? Tinker would be very bad for us. Repeal the Mana Vault. Interesting. Yeah, you got it. Okay. I think they're probably on Grixis Tinker or Wheels or PO or something. All right. So now they have activated my trap card of Valorous Stance being better than whatever those other 2 cards were. What were they called? Ephemeral Shields and Blacksmith's Gifts or something like that. Blacksmith's Skill. All right, so now they need to have a counter spell or they're going to lose their Sprite Dragon. And even if they don't, we can untap and Teferi their Sprite Dragon, so. I would like this to work because I'd like to Teferi their Saga if possible. Also a very powerful play. Yeah, you didn't see that one coming, did you, opponent? The sweet, sweet value. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Ooh, drew a force as well. Man, we are cooking. We are absolutely cooking. Yeah, so the deal is Magic Online is kind of mirroring a more of a Magic clone, as it has like a marketplace and trading, and cards are worth some amount of real world money, and you can buy and sell cards. So it's not as, you know, like free to play theoretically as Arena would be, but it kind of serves for a different kind of purpose where it's playing some of the older formats like Legacy, Vintage, that kind of thing. Force of Negation, pitching Force of Will. I like the idea of Force of Will pitching Spellseeker and then try to bounce this Saga and untap with a Ancestral. That feels like a really strong play. All right, cool. So our Teferi makes it so our opponent can't cast spells only at sorcery speed. So this means that if we keep a Teferi in play and untap and cast Ancestral, it can't be countered. Opponent replays their Saga. That just bought us a little bit of time. Oh no! Second Sprite Dragon killing Teferi. Unfortunate. Yeah. All right. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to hold the Pearl. That's fine. All right. Ancestral target myself. They knew I had this Ancestral the whole time because I revealed it off of the Mystical. We drew actual factual nothing. Wow. That is extremely bad for us. We're going to go get that Yorion from our companion area. But we are in big trouble. No, we're currently not playing a Mystic Sanctuary. I'm not convinced this Yorion is going to be good enough here. The year is 2023. Do you see anyone playing Mystic Sanctuaries in their deck? Do we have Wastelands? No. We've got the best lands, blue producing lands. There's only one Valorous stance, but I'd be down for another Valorous stance. We're not in a bad spot because, well, we are in a bad spot. These Saga tokens are going to be bigger than our Yorion very quickly. Don't worry about 80 cards, this and that. Don't worry about that. I did pitch our Spellseeker, which was our tutor. I didn't have to do that. I just figured if I cast Ancestral Recall, it would be good. It wasn't. So if I make the initiative here, it's bad for us, right? Because they can just steal it with Sprite Dragon. The initiative, once again, being absolutely horrible. Don't play White Plume Adventures in your Tinker decks. Slasher, did you know that tonight's deck is actually Initiative Tinker? We are actually playing Initiative Tinker tonight. It's crazy, right? I should have played this first. No, I kind of want to get the island. I can't believe we're playing Initiative Tinker on stream after I said how bad the deck was. Yeah, unfortunately, don't have high hopes for us here. I could have put some like dress downs or something in my deck to deal with Saga tokens, but I just chose not to. Saga tokens not the biggest deal if I had a Spellseekers, but I kind of pitched my Spellseeker to Ancestral, which ended up being a really bad play. I actually think that I might have just made a mistake in that I thought the Ancestral would be better than the Spellseeker, but I actually think that was not true. I mean, maybe it's because we drew two lands in a misstep, but our Spellseeker definitely would have done way more for us than than Ancestral did. Uh-oh. Hardcast Citadel? Yikes. I don't think I can afford to pitch. I guess I could pitch Cast Pacing Mental Misstep, but that doesn't seem like what my opponent has going on here. So I take 6, and I go to 6. They get to go search a basic, and then I get to Yorion my White Plume and get Forge counters. And that might stabilize it, honestly. It's definitely possible that this is stabilizing, because we'll get up to a 5/5 White Plume. And maybe that will be enough. They have a 1-mana spell. No, they have a 2-mana spell. Please don't Time Walk. Oh my god, they have so many Sprite Dragons in their deck. How do you fit 3 Sprite Dragons? All right, can I get a Swords? A Ponder. A Ponder is interesting, of course. Let's Ponder. Just a single removal spell stabilizes for us. Do I take 2? Man, that's it's kind of a bad card for them to have. I think I have to pay mana instead of life here. Displacer Kitten, Black Lotus Sapphire. I don't think... So if they draw any spell, we die. It's not a good place to be. Yeah, I need something more than this. Teferi. Okay. So Teferi bound... I mean, it still ends up in the same place where if they draw a... Well, the problem is they'll forge, right? So I have to steal the initiative. So I have to hope they don't draw a spell. They draw like a saga or something, like a land or a saga. Yeah, but we can't let them forge or they kill us in the air. So I'm just going to forge onto my White Plume. And then we just need them to hit a land. If they hit a land, we take 5 in the air and we block both constructs. And then we can Teferi and I think we'll be okay. If they don't hit a land, they just play a spell and they kill us in the air. So... They could just not block. Like, I don't think they're supposed to block. I really don't think we're supposed to play Teferi there. Looks like they top decked a spell, though, so... So they are on PO. They're on blue-red PO. Yeah, but the forge is only automatically lethal. I'm pretty sure playing a Yorion and forging our White Plume puts us in a much better position than Teferi. The only upside of Teferi is if we draw a removal spell, which is like there's 1 in our 80 cards or whatever. Yeah, I mean, they top decked PO here, which is not ideal. We just needed our Ancestral to draw us spells that did things. Instead, we drew a bunch of nothing. We were actually in a really good spot in that game, but our Ancestral just missed. It's possible that I was wrong in keeping the Ancestral over the Spellseeker. The Spellseeker might have just been better, because Spellseeker can just get Ephemerate, and then we can get 2 spells. Like, I think it might have just been I don't know, maybe... Is it just bad luck that our Ancestral draws us bad cards, or is it like a misevaluation of the power of Ancestral versus the power of Spellseeker? It's kind of hard to say. Like, I don't really want to bring in more removal, because my opponent is playing, like... PO combo deck, right? Don't really actually want to bring in more removal than we already had in our deck. They just happen to draw... They happen to draw 3 of their 4 Sprite Dragons, which just feels kind of bad. No, forcing was definitely correct because bouncing the Saga was quite good, I think. I think bouncing the Saga was quite reasonable. Yeah, it's like I said, it's possible. I didn't really consider that the fact that Spellseeker might be better. I don't think I'm going to need so many like ephemeral shield stuff. I feel like I only need 1 of those if we even go that route. Sure. Yeah, like theoretically, I could have played Spellspeaker, got Ephemerated my Spellseeker, gotten like a removal spell, and then on my second one, gotten a draw spell or another removal spell. So there was a lot of options. think I'm gonna hold this Mana Vault so that I can put Yorion in my hand next turn and then play Yorion with the Mana Vault mana. It's pretty bold to be playing a Saga deck with 4 Sprite Dragons. Oh, I got my Binsnep baited as well. Not great. We're gonna kind of need something to bounce with our Yorion. Unfortunately, our deck isn't like really set up to directly combat Saga because we're just trying to combo. So when my opponent does a Saga draw, our deck isn't really set up to beat it. We do have like reasonable answers to Saga tokens. It's just we have to draw them or find Spellseeker. Things like Repeal are quite good. We just continually only draw lands, so not ideal. I don't know. I think in general, a draw 3 is reasonable still in Yorion. Like, you can draw 3 blanks in PO, a 60 card PO too. I do that all the time. But I don't know. My initial assumption was that the Ancestral was likely to be better than the Spellseeker, right? So. But maybe I could have reevaluated the game plan, and I chose not to, so. Is what it is. Wait, they're just not going to make a second Saga token? That's interesting. I'm pretty sure you want to. You just make it a 5/5. It's bigger than my Yorion, right? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, but I don't think we were like going for a combo in that game, right? We were actually just out card advantaging our opponent. We were probably just looking to play a controlling game. So like Spellseeker, getting Ephemerate, and then getting Repeal plus Swords is probably good enough to win the game on its own. So maybe that was like a line we could have gone for. I'm very confused on why my opponent did not make a Saga token here. It feels like just going for... Oh, they have... So they must have Vault Key combo? But they got the Mana Vault, didn't they? Oh, they have Tinker. That's a bold line. Oh, no, they have Vault Key. Wait, they have a Voltaic Key in their deck? Not a Manifold Key? So am I just getting, like, double keyed? I could have pitch cast here to play around Fluster, but all right, well, they just have Force Backup. All right. They didn't even, like, tutor either of these pieces. They just had natural. All right. We've been destroyed. Kind of awkward, but we just we drew 5 mana sources in this game. I mean, I didn't check the math, so we might have too many mana sources in our deck. It's definitely possible. Okay, here we go, round 2. If like you notice when I play Saga in decks, if I think Saga makes the deck better, I play it in the deck. It's very straightforward. And that happens. We've definitely had multiple decks in like on stream recently that I played Saga in. So it's very much a conscious choice. Like Saga is not a card where you can just be like, I'm never including it. You have to think about it. It's just Saga, like people view Saga as an auto include, and Saga is not an auto include. That's just an incorrect evaluation of the card. I fucking hate this metagame. All right. I just get mind break trapped over and over again. And I can't just like not play my Narset. I would have to not play my Tolarian. So like I'm not gonna go Jet Ruby Go or Jet Ruby Emerald Go. Like it's just so frustrating. Like, there's no world which I'm not playing Narset on that turn. Ephemerate with Jet Ruby. Oh, I should give the Yorion into my hand. Okay, actually, I'm wrong. I'm actually completely wrong. Because we had Yorion, so I could have gone Jet Ruby Emerald, put Yorion in my hand, go. Wait, I'm just a fucking lie. Oh my god, I'm so bad at Magic, man. Okay, I could have played around my Bear Trap there. No, I could have played around Mind Break Trap there. Like Yorion is pretty sweet card. That actually made like going triple Mox and hold Tolarian actually good. Wow, that's pretty incredible. I didn't even think about it. I just was like, slam it. Preordain? What are we playing against? Rug Oath? We must be playing against Rug Oath, right? Preordain Wasteland Mind Break Trap. Get a Bowmaster trigger. They went bottom. Slasher's just making things up now. Ooh, quick, try the new command. No, it's Rugoth. It is Rugoth. I bet they have force backup for this too. Oh, no force backup. Let's go. Oh, what? Slasher, you don't have the privileges to do that. You have the privilege to change comms? Wow. All right. Well, unlucky. Sorry, this is important. We need to figure this out here. All right, perfect. Everything is back to normal. Oh, I have nothing going for me in this game. We're just gonna get second Oath, right? Yeah, I don't think I want to do Ephemerate there. I'm gonna probably Ephemerate here, though. We do win with like a Time Walk, right? Spellseeker into Time Walk is a win. How do they always have second Oath, too? We're getting murdered tonight, huh? I don't think we're flashing. I guess it's the same amount of damage, so we might as well flash our Bowmaster again. All right, come on, baby. Spellseeker. Another Bowmaster. Imagine if they draw a Grizzlebrand instead. Niv Mizzet. Wait, so did we lose this game because I didn't do the Ephemerate on the other turn? Wait a second. Is this my fault again? No, that wouldn't have changed anything, right? It's the same damage. No. It's the same damage. It's the same damage. It's the same damage, right? It's the same damage. If I ephemerated earlier, I don't get to attack with my Bowmaster. It's the one. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same. Ephemerate is not +1 damage. Oh, it is +1 damage. Shit. Oh, you're right. It is +1 damage. Yikes. The ping. It's fine. No worries. I'm really bad at Magic the Gathering. Renin 6, Force of Negation, Tropical, Sapphire, Oath. Renin 6. Okay, we simply need Ancestral Recall? Oh, wait, Valorous Stance. Spellseeker into Valorous Stance. I just can't win, man. I simply cannot win. Valorous Stance has been unbelievable tonight. Oh, I did lose this game, I guess, by not ephemerating for the extra damage. Man, that is very saddening. Why do we have to play against Rug Control Oath? Who does that? What do I think about Oath? It's kind of not great. I don't really like this version of Oath either. I think the show and tell version of Oath is slightly better. Yeah, now I don't know what kind of outs we possibly have. Perfect. Oh, the small things in life, like casting Ephemerate to get an extra 1 damage. Well, I have a Fragmentize. That's kind of good. Oh, I'm flumping, you're flumping, we all flumping? All right, we can add Slasher back as a mod. I just needed to do this at least once. Wait, how did you get remodded? I unmodded him. Oh, I guess I never unmodded him. Unmod? Remod? All right, well, we're back to normal here, and I'm actually level 1 land. We'll allow it. So, I actually don't think our deck is super bad against Oath. We do have a lot of creatures, but we have a lot of Oath answers. We got Teferi, Fragmentize, Repeal, Prismatic Ending. Well, so we can instantly win if we have an indestructible on our Flumph and like a Teferi in play, or they're tapped out, or a variety of some things. We have more cards in library than them. Man, this hand is bad. This hand is quite bad. All right, well, let's do a mulligan. Okay, all right, okay. We are about to play our Flumps into an Oath of Druids, but yeah, we need the Flump to be indestructible is a true statement. Yeah. This is not even combo online because combo online requires 3 magic cards. Just gonna get rid of this Solarian Academy. No, I'm gonna get rid of this Flumph. I'm gonna have 2 Flumphs. That's enough. Yeah, I don't need to draw twice the cards though. That's not required. They're just gonna go like, I don't know, Oath with triple force backup. Help, chat. This is bad. Okay, wait. That's part of the combo. We're doing it. Because the Spellseeker can get the ephemeral shields. All right, first we play Flumph. Chat, they just force of willed Flumph. Why are we getting strip mined? No. No, not like this. No, they have red green. No, they're gonna play red and 6 and strip mine lock us. Oh man. If we draw a Moxie, we can play a Spellseeker this turn. Top? What is it like to be an Oath player, man? I hate this game so much. Well, my opponent has assembled the lock. All right, well, it was fun, chat. All right. This is round 3, and we're up against someone who may be playing Bug. If there's any deck in Vintage that our deck can beat, it's Bug. So let's begin. Oh, no, that's not Bug. That's a Lutri Spellcaster. Okay, that's okay. This hand looks good. Keep. All right, we got a companion battle here. A little Pokemon happening. Lutri. Otter versus Bird. Okay, Underground Sea. So probably some kind of combo deck featuring Lutri. Only one of each type of card. Only one of each card in their deck besides lands. The bad news here is that means they probably have Force Saga in their deck. And we already learned our deck is not really... I mean, our deck isn't even that bad against Saga. It has Teferi. Yeah, it's bad. All right. So what are you going to do, opponent? You're going to Mystical for Ancestral, which I will let the resolve, and then I will Mental Misstep their Ancestral. That's not true. You can play Lutri Shops. Courtesy of Bill's Life. Oh, they don't even have another land? It's free, man. Oh wait, they have another land. It's still free. Imagine they don't play it on my upkeep and I can Bowmaster. What are you gonna do, opponent? Nothing. Oh, I think we're cooking now. All right, I think we have a chance. Another... So should we Mystical for... We don't need a Mystical for Ancestral. We can just end of turn Bowmaster. This also protects us from like wheels and deals. All right, let me put away my companions here. Shit. All right, that's not a bad draw. Not a bad draw at all. So I'm thinking we go Spellseeker Ephemerate and start getting some value. Okay, wait. We're doing it. We are simply doing it right here, right now. We are doing it. All right, ready? Boom. Spellseeker. Let me go get an ephemerate. And then we'll go to their turn, just in case they have something. And then we will ephemerate our Spellseeker. All right, I'm going to go get an Ancestral with this one. And then our second one can go get, like, maybe one of the Indestructible cards or something. Can't tutor a Twister off of Spellseeker, because that would break the cause. We could get Demonic Tutor if there was a Twister in our deck, and then Demonic Tutor for it, but... Why is everyone playing Flumph? It's the new Splinter Twin of Modern. Oh my god, are we gonna get Vault Keyed? Please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. I don't deserve this. We're gonna get Vault Keyed, man. It's just gonna happen. They can even tinker for it. Should we just Mystical for Force? Hull Breacher. Oh, okay. I mean, that's good against Ancestral. But we didn't die, so... Alright, so... If your opponent would draw a card... So, they would get a bunch of... This is kind of not good for our Flumph combo. Okay, so if we... get... Demonic... to Fairy the Hull Breacher... I guess we just need to get a removal spell for Hull Breacher, maybe. Or maybe I get... a lot of choices here. So I have only 5 mana. I think I'm just gonna get a removal spell. And then Mystical for a Force. That's not good. Maybe I should just Mystical. Maybe I should have gotten a DT off the Spellseeker and Mystical. I mean, Mysticaling for a DT is like stupid. What if I just Ancestral in my upkeep here? And then I can reevaluate. But what I want a Mystical for. Oh, this system, come on, man! We're just gonna get Vibrate trapped all night long. So I can get Tinker. But we're just gonna die. I can't cast this Tinker, huh? Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna get Tinker, and then... I just have to hope they don't kill me. I may have made some mistakes here. Should I play my Bowmaster? I kind of want to hold it for Flumph in case we Flumph combo. Yeah, I guess I could get Prismatic Ending and try to stabilize, but I don't know. I feel like Tinker is just better. Like, we're not really winning, and my opponent's deck is probably entirely combo pieces and like Tinkers and stuff. So if you like get a Prismatic Ending and leave yourself with no, gasoline, It's not gonna really go super well. But I mean, I guess you could theoretically get a prismatic ending, hit the time vault, and then like go for a Yorion maybe to rebuy your spell seeker thing. Jace the Mind Sculptor? What are they gonna do with this? They're gonna try to hit Vault Key is what they're gonna try to do. I mean, if they hit Time Vault, if they hit Manifold Key or Tinker, they win. So I don't think it's that bad. If they don't hit it, they do lose, but I mean, they have to beat a Tinker, so I think it makes sense for them to do what they're doing. It just isn't good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 14. Oh, I do. Wait, I guess they did not find it. Yeah, I guess I do have to put all of these to the face, huh? Because it's going to be 6 down to 11, 8 down to 3. It's exactly lethal if I put all of these to the face. So, yeah, I would have to put all those to the face. We didn't Flumph. We didn't Flumph. I wanted to Flumph, but I don't know. I think I mean, there could have been maybe an optimal way, but didn't feel like I could Flumph that turn, so. I don't know. Let's put a Duress in the deck and take out a Mana Vault. Perfect. Submit. End of the league. I probably won't play more than one league, I would assume. All right. My opponent's trying to figure out how to sideboard versus our monstrosity here. Oh, I'm just tapping into the content of the day. It's a Wednesday. We typically do fun things on Wednesdays. I think I'll be playing Tinker Doomsday again on Saturday. Yeah, I'm pretty much locked in, I think, to play Tinker Doomsday basically every challenge until I decide to switch to regular Doomsday. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Okay. This hand, it slaps. Let's go. Keep. Doomsday is just the best deck, and I need to learn it. I did order the cards for Paper Doomsday, so I think it's pretty likely I'll play that for Eternal Weekend as well. Just gotta play the good cards. Is this Tinker? This whole Breacher is kind of annoying. Exactly. Dan understands. So I can't ending this whole Breacher. I guess I theoretically can just Teferi it and buy me some time. Draws me a card still, I assume. Yeah. How is it that we make our deck 80 cards and this happens? Maybe I should have prismatic ending the mana crypt cracked for blue. That wouldn't have worked anyways. We make our deck 80 cards and we still just draw the Citadel every game. Come on. Come on. All right, things are bad. Things are quite bad. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think there's any good draws anymore either. I guess Sword is good. They probably only have like... Okay. I make my deck 80 cards and I draw exactly what I'm looking for. So now I can Swords the Hull Reacher at instant speed, and then when they make a construct and attack, I can ending it at instant speed, and that might buy me enough time. That was quite good for anyone keeping track at home. I personally don't keep track of the good things, only the bad things. Pain, suffering. All right, 2 cards in my opponent's hand. What do they have? They're going to try to attack the Teferi first, right? So that you can represent... No, they have a Lutri in their hand. They can't do the Lutri trick because I have a Teferi. So they can't cast Lutri to copy anything. But they can make a 3-2, which won't be good if I Flumph them. Come on, like Tinker or something. Shit. All right, so I really need... If I... Well, even if I Flumph them, I can't Prismatic Ending. Come on. I thought I had too many lands in my deck. Now I don't have enough lands in my deck? This pain and suffering. Things are bad. Things are real bad. I simply do not have the cards to operate. Maybe they'll attack my Teferi with the construct token. Probably not. Seeing as this is exactly enough. Ooh, boy. I don't think we're flooping this game. Just calling it different names every single time. Oh, the Caracas Lutri combo. Based. All right, so how does Justin win this game? I don't know. Let's just go next. I simply did not have any... What? I thought we decided we had too many mana sources. What happened? All right, I need this Fragmentize in my deck. Should have put that in my deck before. Get this Duress out of here. No one needs that. Okay, it's okay. In this game 3, we're on the play, so we have a much higher chance of lumping them. It's okay. It's okay. I think we can do it. It's still fine, probably. This is the right number of lands, right? I feel like if anything, we have too many lands. We have 28, 29. Maybe it's a little bit. 32? We're short? I don't know. Maybe. If it were standard? Nah, look, we're playing small curve, free spells. Probably. Quick, add the mana vault back in. It's half a spell. Lower the curve, lower the curve. We're fixing the deck on the fly. All right. I don't know. I think we have it. We have it in us. I believe in us. We saw how we won a game already, so I do feel like I must have missed an opportunity in game 1 here. I feel like there was flumphing. You just don't want to draw ephemerate typically. You only really want an ephemerate when you actually want an ephemerate. So I just wanted to have an ephemerate that I can find off my spellseeker, but I almost never really want to draw an ephemerate. Like simply ephemerating a Bowmaster or an Oof for a White Plume or whatever is usually not a high enough value play to warrant the card being in your deck. All right, here we go. This is our time. Flumph gamers rise up. I've got a Bird Serpent. They've got an Elemental Otter. I've got a Flumph on turn 1. This game is won. This game is simply won. If I draw a Mana Source, and yeah, I do need to draw a Mana Source. But if I draw a Mana Source, think of how won this game is. Like, what are they going to do about this? Nothing. It's an 0-4 flyer. They didn't force it. Man, I really hope we draw mana in this game. Like a fetch land, getting us an Underground Sea. Oh, imagine. Look at you people trying to improve my deck building. Get out of here. Jesus. All right. I'm not registering 63 cards ever. You can't make me. I'm not playing Unearth. How are you going to go splash Imperial Recruiter and Unearth and tell me your deck is better than mine? Get out of here. Banished. Trust me. Unearth is not good. Trust me. I just need a land, man. Jeez, how does everyone always have Saga Time Walk? It's okay. It's okay. I think asking to Flumph is asking for a lot. But we're trying. We're doing our best. That's not even a bad draw, but it's not a mana source. I'm simply the fool. It's okay. This Flumph will draw us cards if they attack. Like, how can their construct tokens even try to get into the red zone here when I have a Flumph? It's just not possible. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. If they just attack now, I swords 1, block with my 0-4. All right. There's a chance. There's a possibility. There is a game plan. We have a plan. No attack? Hello? But this is a 4/4. When do they see swords? Oh, off a probe. All right, well, I'm gonna sword your shit anyways, so. It was a free card for both of us. It would have been great. No shot. I was ready to get Mind Break Trap for sure. Land. Let's go. We're gaming. All right, it's time. It is absolutely on. Are we still getting Ephemerate with this first one? I think so. We gotta get the value train going. All right. My opponent has only cast Ancestral and Time Walk. So I think we have a chance. No, this game is easy. This game is winnable. Do they know about my Forcible? I feel like they do know about my Forcible. They just don't know about my Spellseeker. That's the only one they don't know about. Okay, wasn't a Saga. That's good for us. I kind of think I want to force this so that I can get an Ancestral. I think that... that is a good draw. Okay. All right. So be it. The one Flusterstorm got me. All right. So we... What do we need? So we can get like a repeal and repeal the construct token on their turn and still draw a card. We can just get DT. We can just get ending. We can get a lot of options. Vampiric Tutor? Oh no. I think that means we're going to get tinkered, so we probably have to get a counter spell of some kind. Do we have any counter spells in our deck, or did I not board them in? I did not board in the Flusterstorm. That's a problem. Oh, we could totally get Misstep if we didn't already use our Misstep. I wish we had like a way to get our Misstep back. Because they're just going to Vampiric for Tinker. I don't think we have anything left that beats Tinker. I mean, I guess we could theoretically Ephemerate for a Mystical and then Mystical for Force. But are we really winning that? Yeah, we could just Ephemerate Time Walk and get an extra spell and draw. It's pretty good too. They could also technically Vampiric for Force and force our spell. We drew a DT. Interesting. All right, so I'm going to Ephemerate, and I'm going to get a Time Walk, and then we'll get to Ephemerate again. And then what do we get? I guess our DT could just get us a force. So this can get us... Maybe we just go repeal and just repeal the construct token on their turn. I mean, we can't go for the win. Like, we can get shields, but then we would have to draw... We would have to draw exactly mana source. And then our opponent would have to have no cards in their deck that interrupt our combo, which feels very unlikely. They could like easily have brought in a Dismember or something. Let me go look at the Medvedev list real quick. That opponent is probably net decking. Medvedev. So my opponent with 1 open mana could have a swords. Yeah, they could have a swords. Yeah, so we can't go for a combo here. Especially seeing as we can't draw cards and they draw their whole deck. So it's just not very good. It's just a bad play. So I will elect not to make the bad play. I guess theoretically I can't attack this turn, so ending is not better than repeal. So no. What I'm saying is if we go for the Flumph combo, my opponent will draw through their whole deck. So at any point they can draw a swords and then swords our Bowmaster. I'm just gonna get a repeal. And then I'll DT for a force. So I don't die to Tinker. I did draw the Moxen, which is kind of funny. But my opponent still has an active top and an extra Narset. So, I mean, I don't think we're winning with this line, but my opponent is legitimately going to just win the game if we let them untap with Vampiric into Tinker and not be able to do anything about it. So the repeal is just like, I think, the highest value play we can make. Because if they Tinker for a Citadel with an active top, we just lose. Oh, getting Mind Break trapped? Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I want to have both my blue mana up, don't I? I guess I don't have a Flusterstorm in my deck, so I don't need to have both blue mana up. So maybe it doesn't matter. I guess I should really have had Flusterstorm in my deck. I just like none of the games in the first 2 games Flusterstorm really would have mattered. Like playing games with like Hull Breachers and stuff. All right, so I assume my opponent vamps for Tinker. But if my opponent is like, oh, he's going to get a counterspell, what you could vamp for like a Saga here, maybe? But they know I have a repeal, so like that plan doesn't really make any sense. They could theoretically, if they have half of Vault Key or something, go for the other half of Vault Key. I know, they have an active top and an active Narset. It's going to be very hard for us. I'm hoping that I can repeal into like a bad blue card that I can pitch to Force of Will and then use the Spellseeker for something else. Or maybe we repeal into a Bowmaster and then we can draw, you know, like Bowmaster combo or something. I don't know. They still have an Narset in play, but a Bowmaster could shoot the Narset. The Spellseeker can attack the Narset if they activate the Narset and we bounce the Construct. So, like, we have some play here. It's just not looking super solid. So, on their upkeep before they draw a card, I am going to repeal this Construct token. Draw a card, because this only is 1 card per turn. And then, okay, the 4th Spellseeker is totally fine. The 4th Spellseeker. Okay, yeah. All right, so here's a top. They might be less likely to activate Narset with us having a Spellseeker and they have no blockers. So there's something said about that. All right, what do you got for us, opponent? They've already used their 1 Flusterstorm, but they haven't used their 1 Force yet. Uh-oh. That cannot be good for us. Oh, they found a Saga. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And they're going to activate. Okay. All right. The game is on. What did you find? I mean, they're just going to get the top back, right? They don't want to lose their top. I mean, I don't know what easy win for me. Like, we still need a... Oh, they took Dig Through Time. That's really good here. But the good news is I can attack my Spellseeker on Narset and then get an Ancestral. So if my opponent's last card is a Tinker, I think we can just force this. Like, they lost their top. I'm gonna force this. I don't think I have to force this. They dead if I force. What are you talking about? They dead if I force. What are you talking about? I wish I could have the confidence that chat has. I wish I could Mystical for Tinker here, but I don't have it, right? So I just have to go Spellseeker for Ancestral, and I'm about to Ancestral? How does that mean I win? My opponent has a Tinker in their hand. I mean, theoretically, they can always make a Saga token. Like, oh, what if I get a Fragmentize and I Fragmentize their Urza Saga? I think Fragmentizing the Opal is bad, right? Because they can still make Saga Construct and have a land and Tinker anyways. We can draw like a Will or a Negation. I'm just gonna get Ancestral. Like, I don't really care about Saga tokens. I just need to draw good cards here. These are not good cards. All right, well, I hit this ending so that it's harder for them to Tinker, and then we Mystical for Tinker on our upkeep if we get an upkeep. Oh, they don't have it. They don't have it. They must have Hold Breacher, right? They must have gone for Hold Breacher because they can Tinker right now. They must have gone for Hold Breacher, right? All right, let's Mystical. But why? But why? No, 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 no. Now they just get Tinker. No. I mean, this makes so much sense. I get, like, we're playing 5 Spellseekers. Like, oh, but we're so dead. That's so good. Okay, it's fine. It's totally fine. Yeah, we're gonna give him a basic too. Wait, what? Oh, okay. So they put Vamp into exile so they can end of turn Vamp for Time Vault and Vault Key me. This doesn't even save me, right? Oh, I guess I can bounce the Saga now. Then they have to go for Vamp Tinker. But it's something. Something. Sure. You can make a 1/1. Oh, I can't fetch. Mother. Okay. They didn't vamp. They didn't vamp. They didn't vamp. They didn't vamp. They forgot. They didn't vamp. They didn't vamp. We have time. Okay. Their own Teferi. They can't vamp. True. So why did they make a stupid Saga token then? Why are we making Saga tokens ever? They're so bad, man. Wait, so how does this work with 2 Teferis in play? It just doesn't override, right? So no one can do anything except for normal speed? Wait a second. Did we just win the game? No, we don't have the combo. We would have to draw one of our pieces. I think we should give it a shot. Well, maybe playing White Plume is better. I could just shoot this Construct token. Double attack their Teferi. I could just shoot the Teferi. I think killing the Construct and losing a Spellseeker to kill the Teferi is better, though. Oh, yeah, that's a fair point. Well, is killing the opposition agent better than killing Teferi? I think, yeah, I guess it really is, because I get to go search for a land, search for a thing, play all my cards. Oh, okay, they're off it. Sure. Well, in that case... All right, I'm going to play Flumph. And... I don't really want to give them cards, to be honest with you. I think I'm down to just take the initiative and let them get a basic, which it probably isn't even in their deck. Double attack first was definitely good, though. They have snow-covered plains? Oh, in my deck. Shit. All right, I have snow-covered plains. That makes sense. That's fine. All right, we'll figure it out. I still have an active Teferi, chat. I think we're in an okay spot. I really would like to draw one of my combo pieces so I can kill my opponent. I don't have any Spell Seekers left, I can tell you that much. I've used all 4 Spell Seekers. Okay, so they're going to vamp in their upkeep, or no, in their turn. Do they have a draw spell? That would suck. I would hate that. Animatu. Not exactly the most castable Magic card, but we did cut Saga, so, you know, maybe. Aminatu. They have a draw spell? What can they possibly have? They just cast a Lutri. They got nothing. Concede. All right, I think we should go into the Lost Well so that we can try to find the infinite win and Flumph our opponent to death. Lost Well. Come on, baby. Give me Valorous Stance or Ephemeral Shields or Blacksmith's Skill. Please? That's another Flumph. Also, Narset stops our combo, doesn't it? But we can actually draw 3 cards where they draw 1. That's kind of interesting, right? They can draw 1 card, but then if we ping this 3 times, we draw only the other cards. Is that good? Yeah, it's probably good enough. Especially we had an Narset activation as well. Oh, you're right. We can't ping more. True. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We still play this, I think. True. But then I draw cards though, right? No, I still. Yeah, you're right. Frick. All right, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. A new Teferi. Yeah, I really want its Force of Will, actually. I mean, I can't play this Force of Will. I'm gonna get Vault Keyed, aren't? Oh no, they vamped. I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm so stupid, man. I'm just dead to Vault Key. No, we can't because I can't search up a land because there's an opposition agent in play. I lost the game. I threw this game away. I needed to... I mean, I guess I needed to bottom the Narset. But then I would have... I mean, nothing... None of those 4 cards would have saved me. Man, I definitely should have bottomed, but this does make them draw it. So if I draw Force of Will, I can force. I just bottomed a Force of Will though. I can do this again because I'll draw a card and they just won't draw a card, right? Wow, we are a blue source away from casting this Teferi and bounce. Well, at this point they drew, yeah. Oh, yeah. So this would have worked if I could fetch. Frick. Wait, I have a Yorion, right? What does that do for me? Nothing. Oh my god, what if I had taken the Force and put the Yorion in my hand? I didn't have enough mana, right? I didn't have enough mana. That doesn't work either. Yeah, I don't know. I have to represent Force and hope they have nothing. I mean, Narset wasn't a punt. I mean, Narset was a punt, but like it didn't matter. It was an irrelevant card. No, I mean, you saw the top 4 cards. It was land, Force to Fairy. So I would have drawn like a land, or Force, right? But yeah, I shouldn't have played the Narset. It wouldn't have helped us win this game, but I shouldn't have played the Narset. It was a punt, but it wasn't a game-losing punt, so. Wait, what is going on? Why does my opponent... What is happening? Well, yeah, in terms of stopping our combo, the Narset, I didn't really realize what the Narset would do in terms of our combo. Yes. Did they go for Hardcast Citadel? Okay. That's good for us. Hull Breacher less good. They hit top. They hit their top. They're at 9 life, though. Yeah, the big problem here is like the only way I'm winning this game is with combo, and I have to get rid of their Hull Breacher. I guess I have a Teferi and a Hull Breach. I have just 2 Teferis. So I can Teferi their Hull Breacher. Never mind. Narset does stop top. True. Oh my god. What are we doing then? Okay, so activate Narset, finding, brainstorm, bounce, Hull Breacher. Play mentor. Maybe we just win this game on time. That's a very unfortunate. It's an unfortunate force of will. I know this doesn't get us anything, but I wanted to shuffle. I think that wins, doesn't it? Am I 1 mana short? I'm 1 mana short. I shouldn't have put back something. I shouldn't have put back the crypt, I guess. What if I had like a bounce Spellseeker line? I've already used Time Walk this game, right? Yeah. I feel like there was probably a way I could have won this game if I had a little bit more time. Getting my mana back gives me enough mana to play Kitten, but doesn't give me enough mana to combo with Kitten. So it doesn't actively do anything. So I can block the monks and the constructs. And I can probably... No, I just died to the Citadel. Yeah, I think if I had a little bit more time, if I maybe play that game a little bit slower at the end, I might have a way through, but... Yeah, like we do need to bounce the Citadel, but we also need to bounce like a million things. I don't think it matters. I don't think if I had kept, I didn't think I would want to keep, I thought I would want to have 2 Teferis, but I thought I'd want to have 2 Teferis, but I guess I needed a mana crypt so I could draw into my Displacer Kitten out. I didn't really even think about my Displacer Kitten out Like if I'm playing that turn slow, I might realize that I have an out with Displacer Kitten, and I just needed to keep the Mana Crypt for Displacer Kitten. I also thought I had a lot more mana off my Academy than I did. I only had like 4 mana off the Academy. It wasn't really close to enough. Yeah, I think my opponent has seen the line here. Man, it's kind of disappointing. I felt like a game that we definitely could have won. Weird game though. Very weird game. The Narset play was kind of interesting because it was bad, but then it stopped my opponent from citadeling. It was so odd when my opponent chose to citadel instead of choosing to vault key. I don't know what I'm missing, but vault key just looks super clean and easy way to win. Very odd. Okay, round 4. We will flump, I believe. Have a bird. Oh, another companion battle. Pokemon battle. What are we playing against this time? Lurrus. All right, cat versus bird. I've got a Flumph. Hand is unbeatable. Let's go. I also had a lot of Yorion options in that last game that I didn't consider. So there's like possibility that I missed some pretty clean Yorion for like Spellseeker White Plume Adventures, right? We were kind of a little tight on mana until we drew the Academy. So I'm not exactly sure what we missed, but I'm sure there were tons of things in last round that we could have done differently. Oh, wait a second. So basic island Lurrus Sensei's top is interesting. I'm just going to get the... Now I have no idea what I'm going to get, actually, because I think I just want to Flumph now. Don't really think I want to cast like Time Walk just to have extra 1 mana for no reason. And then next turn, I can just put the Yorion in my hand. That'll give me double force. And then if they don't have to use double force, I can like hold up Hardcast Negation. Oh, I just clicked through it. All right, it's fine. I don't know why my opponent did that, but okay. That was an interesting timing window to use Ancestral. I don't know if I would have forced it. I guess I would force pitch Time Walk. I don't know. It kind of depends on what they're doing. I have no idea what they're doing. They have a Lurrus and they have a basic island. And they have a fetch land, which means they're not on the Lurrus Volkey Sheercon deck. And they're not on Jeskai. So I don't really know what's going on, to be honest. Well, this merchant probably can't get much besides like a Flusterstorm. Because they've already used Ancestral. I guess they could get Gush or Dig Through Time if they have those cards in their deck. Gush. Okay. I don't know what's happening. My opponent doesn't know what's happening. So we're definitely in a spot. Wow, a Narset is pretty good against Gush. So I'm just going to jam this Narset. I would like another Tundra, please. If they're going to play Gush now, I'll be super fine with that. Force. Pitching Gush. I'm just going to let this go. Can't really afford to fight over that, especially if they end up having a Flusterstorm. And we already got the Gush out of their hand, so it ends up being okay. It's probably like some kind of blue-white control deck, I would assume. Though we just ran out of mana. They ran out of mana as well, even though they Ancestraled. Interesting. So Gush would have been quite good for them. Okay. I'm gonna negate this. Well, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to like force many more things in this game. I think I'm just gonna negate this pitching Force of Will. They just have force backup. pitching Skydiver, so this must be BPK style deck. All right, I mean, you have a million cards, so they'll probably draw their land. Spellseeker. Let's Time Walk first. That way we can draw into a land and play Spellseeker Ancestral. Or Spellseeker Ephemerate, I should say. TT. I think I would rather just play the Spellseeker than, like, I don't know, do some kind of crazy DT thing. Just gonna get the Ephemerate still. The good news is it doesn't look like my opponent's going to be killing us anytime soon. The bad news is they're going to gain infinite card advantage on us. Because they've resolved 2 Ancestrals in this game. I guess it's kind of a good thing I didn't force their Ancestral, considering they had Snapcaster, and they would just been able to rebuy it. Their initial Ancestral, I should say. It was a little sad because they didn't have any lands left, but then they still end up getting through. Doesn't look like they want to trade cards with me. Either Spellbomb, so it must just be straight up a BPK deck, like 2 Saga, Esper Control. The Ethereal Spellbomb makes my Ephemerate really, really stupid, though, so... Small victories for the opponent, I guess. Just gonna get my Ancestral, and then we're just gonna pass, holding everything up. It's gonna be a long game. It's going to be a long one. We got to actually play this game pretty fast, I think, because it's just going to be kind of an attrition battle here. They only have 4 cards in hand, but they do have an active top. We have an Ancestral that probably won't resolve, and an Ephemerate that definitely won't resolve. Bird. Okay. So they can also save the bird from swords, but it'll also be a loot. Man, I don't know. Is it really going to be worth... I have to use my mana efficiently. I think it's like kind of bad for them to counter Ephemerate, but maybe that's worth... If they count... I don't know. They also have like Spellbomb protecting their thing from swords, which is like really unfortunate, so... Wow, that's a nightmare situation. They get to loot, and they get... They have Savines! Yeah, this is just straight up BPK deck. Okay. I mean, they did Mental Misstep knowing I have Ancestral, right? Wait, when did I get Ancestral? I DT'd for Ancestral, so they don't know I have Ancestral. I have a negation. Good lord. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is pass, and then in their upkeep, I'm going to Swords the Shredder, and then if they save the Shredder with the Spell Bomb, so be it. I'll cast Ancestral. Well, maybe I won't cast Ancestral, considering I have this negation. Maybe I'll just lead on Ancestral. Ugh, it's all so bad. Yeah, I mean, this at least turns off Hardcast Force. Snap Misstep? They just have so much value. We truly are playing Modern at this point. This is just gonna trigger Shredder. I can't trigger Shredder because I want to block it. This is just like so crazy value from the opponent right now. Really brutal. Soul Ring. Like, I don't want to negate this because it gives them a Shredder trigger and it lets them... They can still, at the end of all this, just I guess if they bounce it, it's not the end of the world. Nah, it just doesn't look good. I mean, the Snapcaster has done 0 damage because we have a Flumph, but I mean, my opponent might be supposed to be attacking and just gaining cards because they might be able to use their cards better than we can. Yeah, we have Orcish Bowmaster. Another Spellseeker. Okay. What is this? Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, I see you, opponent. I think I'm going to cast my Ancestral while they can't Shredder it. I think it's just time. They have Fluster as their last card. Holy moly. It's so much value. They have just infinite value. Wow. This is quite extreme. This is the very far end of control. Put Lurrus into hand. Oh no. Put Lurrus into hand. Not like this. Okay. They're gonna have Lurrus infinite freaking spell bombs too. Oh no, not spell dancers. This reminds me of the deck that I played when Spell Dancer came out. Oh, I don't know what to do here. All right, so I can get a removal spell for Lurrus, but they have a spell bomb, so it doesn't even do anything. Can't even really go for the combo because they're gonna have a spell bomb at all times. Oh, my opponent's deck is not actually good because the problem is, as a control deck, you don't beat the format. You only beat nonsense. Just Mystical for Tinker and Prey. It's not unreasonable. Our deck looks good? Under what circumstances does that a strong statement? We're so dead. No, stop it. Is it though, Slasher? Is it really? I'm not convinced it is. It has won more games than the black-red deck, but it only by 1. Oh, it gets worse than this. The last Wednesday was worse than this. Is my opponent gonna like cast a second spell in their combat so that they can pump this thing? Whatever, I don't care. You can do it if you want. I mean, they're gonna like triple time walk this turn, aren't they? The amount of value my opponent has extracted in this game is obscene. They've done the thing. They must be so happy. They've truly done everything their deck set out to do in this one game, which is beautiful. All right, so my opponent can do like flash, like they can do Lurrus, bring back Lotus, Savine's Reclamation, bring back Snap, Lotus. Oh, they had Time Walk. All right. Oh, we can't do anything about that. I mean, I don't even really want swords in my deck. Whatever. Let's just resubmit. Ugh. Is that the problem? The problem is there not enough flumps. Flumps held the fort down there. We didn't take very much damage from those Snapcaster mages. How do we draw this stupid Citadel in every? I feel like this is probably close. Let's try it. We've got 2 cantrips, both pieces of the combo. Yep. Things are bad. Man, my opponent's hands are so good. Ah. That's crazy. I am going to be bouncing this Mana Crypt because I simply need a land. Okay. Wait. Can we just do it? No, we need pieces. Though we're actually pretty close to Citadel now. If we play a Bowmaster, it's pretty hard for them to do Gush Shredder things. They'll have to Swords it. I guess they can just Swords it and then probe, and then they do the Shredder things. I feel like our opportunity to win this game is drawing a land next turn and casting Citadel, though. Oh, freaking conniving. Jesus. All right, I played that badly. I should have done that on their upkeep, I guess. Or I should just not play the Lotus. Yeah, I don't know. They're probably going to draw Force of Will before we get to play the Citadel, right? Because now they probe, and they know what we're doing, and they get another loot. Yeah, we're just super dead. Man, I miss this deck. This deck was so much fun when it works, and then so much not fun when you play against Bazaar of Baghdad. Containment Priest? That stops Displacer Kitten combo, I guess. Huh. I could have flashed my Bowmasters in there, but I just don't even think it's good. I just think like the only way I win this game is if I cast Citadel and resolve it. So which doesn't feel very likely. This doesn't even work, right? Because they just have more swords in their deck, probably. Whatever. We're gonna do it. We're gonna Flumph them. Because what else are we doing with our lives here? This is just never going to work. My opponent will have to have 0 swords besides this 1 sword for this to work. All right. Save targets. Always yield. Save targets. Always yield. We have flumped. Wait, no, they can Believers! Believers! It's so powerful. Choose outcome. Yes. They've been flumped. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me put some more swords in my deck, man. Oh, what just happened, man? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. No problem. Submit. Okay. All right. I can't believe who got paid out in that one. So Sajad lost all of it. Oh my. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep this one too. Sure. All right, I have correctly evaluated my opponent is a creature deck and brought in my swords to plowshares, so I feel a lot better about our chances now. And we drew a land, broken. They drew one of their 2 sagas, not ideal. Black Lotus? What do I do with that? I wish this stupid ending could kill Saga. Maybe I should be playing March of the Other Worldly Light. I guess I theoretically could ending this Ruby and hope they don't draw a land. Seems unlikely. Guess I'm just gonna have to ending one of the constructs. Yeah, it's not ideal, must say. But maybe we'll draw Flumph. Okay, Emerald. All right, with this, I'll just get the Yorion into my hand. Okay. All right. Flumph? It's the new modern Splinter Twin. I'm just gonna keep saying that. That's what it is, for sure. It is definitely not anything other than the new modern Splinter Twin. Man, this gets them oh. I was gonna say this gets them a Sensei's top, but I guess it doesn't get them a Sensei's top. I don't exactly know what's happening right now, but I can't imagine it. Ooh, it's good for me. All right, so if I pay 5 mana, I can play a Yorion and ending one of these. I wish I could, like, I guess this never is going to do anything. That's a normal spell. I guess it's better to start by ending because that way I don't get flustered. I think it's better to just play this humongous flyer, right? I guess theoretically we could have Ephemerate up and then I can't get swords, but I don't really know if that is what I want to be doing. I know, Valor's stance seems way better than Ephemeral Shields. Wait, nothing? They got nothing? They didn't even put the Lurrus in their hand. Oh, we're just getting Vault Keyed. Perfect. All right, we didn't get Vault Keyed. And they haven't put Lurrus in their hand yet. Okay, here's Lurrus in the hand. Okay. And we've brickwalled the construct token with a Flying Bird Serpent of Death. Monastery Mentor. That could be good. Then we'll have Ephemeral Shields up. God, broken. All right, I'm going to get to become the beatdown. Oh, wait, now I don't have Ephemeral Shields up. All right, well, mistakes were made. I'm like, ooh, this spell is free. Ooh, this spell is not free. It's okay. It's okay. No problemo. If I force, then I can Ephemeral Shields again, so. I don't even think I'm supposed to force this Lurrus, right? Or should I force this Lurrus? Time Walk? That's annoying. Now I'm going to force the Lurrus. What? We're not playing the Lurrus? Now I can't Ephemeral Shields. I wanted to, like, do the double block and Ephemeral Shields. That would have been sick. Man, they have a lot of mana. Is this all because I sorted one thing? They know I have a force, so they're trying to find something else to force. I mean, whatever. You got it. I can't do anything about this. You have free reign. Mother. All right. Well, now I should just force this to get my tokens. It's not good, obviously. They can just Lurrus and replay it. They can do anything they want. They can flash it back, so their things are all uncounterable. Drawing Gush there was very good for my opponent, I must admit. Are they just going to bring back? Oh, they drew second Saga too? All right, this game is going to be challenging. Are they going to attack? There's no way. No. I think they might have like a negation too or something. I don't exactly know what's going on. Sure. I do have a 4/5 flyer and a mentor. Swords, which I can't pay the 3 for. Mm. And I do lose to this Saga when it comes off. Hmm. Well, I can't do that. Doesn't seem like a very good play into Malevolent Hermit. Though I guess if I start by swordsing, I can maybe get them to counter with Malevolent Hermit and then make an attack or something. But if I start by swordsing, am I really winning this game? And then I'd have to not attack with another monk. They do this, they counter this. Then I can only attack with Mentor. And then if they do block, I get to Valorous Stance and just kills a construct. Like, that's not even good. Attack all makes no sense. So I don't know how attack all is the choice. Unless you haven't read this card that's in play. We simply play Flumph, I think. I don't think we can ever Bowmaster combo, though, because my opponent has an active Malevolent Hermit, right? I guess if we theoretically Bowmaster the Malevolent Hermit and then Ephemerate our Bowmaster, that might work, I guess. Oh, things are bad. Things are very bad. We do need to figure out some kind of lethal attack next turn. Because I'm going to get Vault Keyed. We have one castable instant at a time tripped up. What are you talking about? I have a singleton Tundra in play. If I attack all, I can't convoke. So if I end of turn ephemeral shields to make a monk, is that even good? No, it's not good. There's no way I'm ever getting an attack through here. So the only thing we can really do is draw Bowmaster. If we draw Bowmaster, we can Bowmaster the Hermit and then flicker the Bowmaster with Ephemerate and it shields it. But then they just draw a removal spell during the combo, or I guess they can concede. They did randomly concede last time. Yeah, I don't think like getting a Convoke for a token here is going to get us enough attack all. I would need to, if I attacked all and cast swords, I would get exactly, no, you actually are right, because it would be a white token. You are, that is correct. Yeah, you're right. That still attack wasn't good though, right? Because my mentor wouldn't have been large enough. I guess if they block, if they did swords on here and I made it indestructible. Yeah, that attack would have been good. All right, you're right. Fine. I forgot the mentor is a white token. White Plume Adventure. I guess theoretically, this does give me the same thing, but it doesn't do anything, right? I get a planes and then I make the same attack all. The problem is attack all doesn't even do anything though, because they have a million blockers, so it doesn't actually matter. Nothing actually matters here. None of this actually does anything. I have to get 5 damage in, and it's impossible to get 5 damage in. I mean, it wasn't gonna get 5 damage in last turn either. I mean, we were still absolutely still lost if we made the attack all last turn, but now it's definitely too late. I don't think it's right though. If it's not going to work tripped up, and the only way we win is if we go infinite combo, then it's actually wrong. If we can't actually win through attacking, there's no reason to attack all. Even if it worked out at its absolute best, if it doesn't win the game, then it's bad. I mean, they didn't board out key. We're not playing to them boarding out key. What? If the attack actually results in a lethal on the swing back, then yeah, it's right. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't. We got forced. Whatever. All right. I mean, I figured they had hard cast force after all of this, so that makes sense. The problem is those tricks don't actually win. All right. Okay, here we go. 5th and final round. We did get to Flumph once. Let's see if we can't Flumph again. This hand has a Bowmaster mana. This hand's probably fine because on turn 2, we actually get to be able to put the Yorion in our hand and we'll have force. We have an answer to some things with on turn 1 if we need to ending. We have Tolarian Academy artifact mana, so I wouldn't say this hand's good, but this hand definitely is better than some of our other hands. Hermit is only gone for the turn. It comes back the next turn. And or like they have infinite mana, chat. They have like 100 million mana in there. Like the Hermit can just come back as either all their spells are uncounterable, 2/2 flyer. If I kill the Hermit, It comes back as a flyer that blocks Yorion. It's actually even worse. And we're dead. All right, turn 1 Archon. Didn't have the blue card for Force in my hand. So I need to make... I don't know. Just play these things out, I guess. Playing a spell and letting my opponent use the Hermit Druid to then make a blocker to block Leorion is pretty funny. They have 2? They have a Thalia. Okay. Man, playing against mono white is a joy. It's such a good time. Well, it's my fault for not keeping a hand with Force blue card, I guess. Should I play my Mana Crypt out? Next turn, I can Bowmaster the Thalia, but I'm still pretty far from ending. Yeah, but I want to be able to get, like, Yorion to block, so I think we do want to play that. We might win this game. If my opponent has absolutely nothing else going on, yeah, this is a winnable game. I force this, and then I take 4 plus 3. Oh, no, I can't get a black source until forever from now. We might just be a turn too slow because of the wasteland. It's unfortunate. Losing a flip is quite bad. Kitten. Does that do anything for us? Theoretically, I can play my Yorion next turn if I don't take any damage. So it's probably just better to put the Yorion in my hand. All right, so if my opponent bricks on something here, and then I don't lose all my crypt flips, I can play Yorion, and then I can play Bowmaster, and I actually am stable besides my Mana Crypt, which is not a good besides, but this is theoretically a winnable game. Let's get my black source, untap, win my crypt flip, please, please. Can I play Magic? I'd like to play Magic. I lost my crypt flip. So I play my Yorion, and then I blink my stuff, and then I can kill their Thalia. And I've stabilized, but I have to win all my crypt flips until I can ending my crypt or something. So yeah, man, pretty close, all things considered. Ooh, we actually get to eat the Archon of Emeria here. That's quite good. My opponent went for the lethal attack, which feels reasonable enough. All right, so if I win my crypt flip and I draw a fetch land, I can kill my own mana crypt and I win this game? Come on, baby. I only lost both other crypt flips. I lost all 3 crypt flips. How does this happen? All right, well, I bring in Swords to Plowshares, and I bring in Sphinx. And that's it. And then I take out Misstep, Probe. I'm not even sure you want to play Negation here because I just am so unlikely to have it. Let's just go like this. Close enough. That game was super winnable if I can just win a couple of crypt flips. And I have to play the crypt so I can get my Yorion in play to block. Man. Tragic game. Okay, mulligan. Chat! 80 card deck, by the way. Both Tinker targets. Get me out, man. Okay, it's fine. It's so not fine. What am I supposed to do? Whatever. We'll just try to find Tinker, I guess. Keep bottom, bottom, bottom. Done. Perfect hand. Perfect hand. I mean, we did get to do one Flumph thing, so we did win. It was a good stream, but my lord. 7 card Lotus. And we're over here drawing 2 Tinker targets. No, I can't even Swords this because it's going to be... All right. You know, we're off it. We're off it. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm off it. It's over. We won 2 games of Magic, and we Flumphed once. Which maybe is something. All right, let's quickly look at what this deck looks like if we just take out all the nonsense cards here. Don't need plains, don't need marsh flats. 15. And then negation. This dress looks terrible. And then cut 5. Negation, Narset. Mana Vault we don't need anymore because we cut the other card. No, I don't need Mana Vault. I had it in for Displacer Kitten. I mean, this actually fits pretty well into a 60. I guess you would cut... You'd maybe put the ending in the board. And then you would trim... I actually kind of liked having Blacksmith, Skill, Valorous, Stance, and Shields. The Convoke thing on Shields is kind of interesting. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe you have to play more cards. I mean, your opponent's deck should be better than you, so they should be drawing more cards than you anyways. So maybe you have to play some extra cards to make it 63 or whatever. I don't think that's actually a thing you're supposed to be doing. I think you should get it to Fairy at that point. Anyways, you can probably try to make this 60 cards or whatever and maybe be able to Flumph some more. But what we did tonight was not very much Flumphing. We did put a lot of Flumphs into play, but we did not Flumph with my Bowmaster too much. No, the 80 card made a lot of sense to me, but we added a bunch of really bad cards, and like Displacer Kitten combo just never ever happens in Vintage. You just die so fast. I highly recommend you do not put Saga in this deck, as it does not cast your Magic the Gathering cards. You might want to put Saga Answers in this deck, but you do have Teferi, and you can always put like a March of the Otherworldly Light as a Spellseeker answer, and there's tons of ways. But yeah, I don't know. Thanks for hanging out. It was an attempt. An attempt was made. More vintage content Monday, Wednesday, Friday on this YouTube channel. I will see you then.